McDonough, who takes midfield role. Skipper Steve Foster is at 5. Northern Ireland international Mal Donaghy, 6. Another Northern Ireland international, Danny Wilson, 7. England international Brian Steen in the number 8 shirt. At 9, Mick Harford, the striker brought into the game by Reading manager Ian Branford when he was at Lincoln. Mark Steen is at 10, brother of Brian. And at 11, Ian Allinson, the player who's formerly on Arsenal and Stoke's books. Reading, of course, are without cup-tight strikers Steve Moran and Billy Whitehurst, and the man who did so much to get them here to Wembley, Dean Horrocks. Steve Francis is in goal. He was here 2 years ago with Chelsea. Colin Bailey at 2. Steve Richardson, only his second game after a 12-week layoff with a thigh strain. Stuart Bevan at 4, and he took penalties here as a 14-year-old 14 years ago. Skipper Martin Hicks at 5 in his testimonial season. What a day for him. Keith Curls at 6, and this is his 3rd successive Wembley appearance today. Lyndon Jones, 7. At 8, Les Taylor, and he was here as skipper of Watford in the 1984 FA Cup final. Mick Tates at 9, he's playing up front again today, a role he's enjoyed so much in the Simod Cup run. 10, perhaps the hero for Reading fans, Michael Gilks. And at 11, Neil Smiley, another man with Wembley experience. He was here in 83 with Brighton. So here they come, the moment most Reading fans believe could never happen. The two sides led out by Ian Branford and Ray Harford. What a very special moment. The two sides being presented to the managing director of the sponsors, Malcolm Nathan. The two sides break away then, Reading running to the end where their supporters are massed. A tremendous turnout by the people of Reading. Looking around the ground, it's as though they outnumbered the Luton supporters by almost 3-1. Nervous moments these, of course, for both sides, really anxious just to get on with the business in hand now, and that, of course, is winning the Simod Cup. For Luton, it's the first of 3 visits to Wembley this season. They're already booked to appear in the Littlewoods Cup final against Arsenal, and will also be here for the league centenary match in a fortnight's time. Added to that, they're still in the FA Cup semi-finals. There's Gary Peters knocking the ball in. It would be nice to see him to get a run out this afternoon. Remember, Gary Peters and Jerry Williams are substitutes. Peters, of course, in his last season as a professional footballer after 18 distinguished years. This is it then, ready for the off. Referee John Martin signals to his 2 linesmen. The 1988 Simod Cup final is about to get underway. The ball comes out to Harford, an early touch for the England international. Into Mark Steen. Mark Steen, such a mobile player, pulling defenders around. Danny Wilson directing operations early on. And the first touch for Reading goes to Neil Smiley, who immediately leaves it for Steve Richardson to take the throw. Sensibly sending it back to Steve Francis. Grateful, I'm sure, for the early touch. Lyndon Jones is there, he's flicked it on, Tate's there, Seeley's off his line. Chance for Reading, can they get the ball into the box? Scrambled away by Luton, and it's Allinson who's able to come away with the ball. Great opportunity there for Reading. If Jones could have got the ball across, Gilks was at the far post, and who knows what could have happened. That came with just a minute gone. That could have been a sensational start for Reading. Curls there, looking sharp at the back already. Been so consistent this season. Curls there again, and Reading working hard to snuff out Brian Steam. And it's that man, Keith Curl, who knocks the ball back to Steve Francis. Hicks and Harford up for the first time. Hicks got the better of Harford that time, but it's out now with Steen. Richardson sends it long in the direction of Gilks. A race for Gilks, perhaps? Played forward by Breaker. Harford's behind the defence. Looks for Brian Steen. Luton getting people forward. But Harford gets his lines crossed, and Lyndon Jones can come away with the ball to Tate. Grimes finds Allenson. Good tackle by Martin Hicks. Quick ball forward though, but Keith Curl, cool as ever. Into the corner. And well played, Mal Donaghy. Northern Ireland international, who's highly regarded in the First Division, showing there a touch of his class. First free kick of the game. Rob McDonough just getting caught there in midfield. So perhaps the first moment of danger for the Royals. Free kick for Luton just inside the Reading half. Steve Foster, headband around his forehead, will take. It's aimed at Harford. Grimes has the ball out wide on the left. Far post cross. Harford and Hicks up for that. It drops for Steen. Referee Martin's there. Whistle's gone. Free kick to Reading. Slight nudge perhaps from Harford as he went up for the ball with Martin Hicks. And that's going to be a fascinating clash this afternoon. Harford, who's just broken into the England team, up against Reading's most experienced player, Martin Hicks. What a day for Hicks, his testimonial season, and really this must be something he could never have dreamed of would really happen. Bevan plays the ball forward for Tate. Tate looking for support. Gilks is there, it's a good burst into the box by Gilks. Bailey can play it in. Looking for Tate, offside. 5 minutes gone here at Wembley. Luton Town 0, Reading 0. Good start by both sides. They seem to have settled down quickly, not showing the nerves that perhaps we would have expected, particularly from the Royals. A very confident start, and I'm sure manager Ian Branfoot will be pleased with the way they've settled down to the task. Getting offside track working well there. Put at least 3 players offside. That's something I know they spend a lot of work on, getting this offside track drilled to perfection. Wasted really. There's an opportunity to put Luton under pressure at the back. Martin Hicks overhitting it though. But Reading can at least pin Luton into their own half. Gilks working well. Gilks has won the ball. Tries to get round Breaker, but Breaker stuck to his task well. Breaker, who looked such a good overlapping fullback in the semi-final victory against Swindon. He's somebody Reading will have to watch this afternoon. But for now, Reading have a chance to get that ball into the box for the first time. Jones knocks it back in, away from Foster. Allinson's there, Jones sorts it out. Played in by Taylor. Gilks is behind the defence. Good turn. Good challenge by Foster though, with Tate there. In fact, it was Lyndon Jones getting in where the feet were flying, and referee Martin says that's a free kick. Richardson losing out to Steen there. It's Wilson breaking through. Good ball into Brian Steen. Bailey so quick to see the danger. But look, Reading aren't out of the wood yet. But McDonough can't get his cue right, and it goes out of play. Taylor heads the ball forward. Donaghy's in first. Wilson, good ball down the line. The Steen brothers working well down the right flank. But so is Keith Curl. Well played. Long ball from Taylor, nearly put Tate away, but Gilks can now have a run down the left. Men in the middle. Poor cross though. And Allinson will come away with it for Luton. Spreads the play to Mark Steen on the right flank. Handball, no, referee Martin waves play on. And Keith Curl sorting things out well again. And it comes to Les Taylor. Neil Smiley even. Smiley with time and space to run. Good challenge. And it comes to Jones. Jones in space. He's got Tate making a run at the far post. Bailey now. Poor cross again. Reading really must get the ball in when they have those opportunities. The men up there looking for the good pass in, but Bailey not quite got it there. Taylor now. Gilks gets a touch. And Jones has a go. Corner. First corner of the game to Reading. 9 minutes on the clock. And Jones made that really a good challenge on Donaghy. And now perhaps a chance for Martin Hicks to get forward and add his aerial ability to the Reading attack. Bevan will take the corner, left-footed. Gilks. What can Gilks do there? Touch to Bevan. Oh, nice effort. Just went out of play. Reading must be delighted with this start. They're putting their passes together, no signs of nerves whatsoever, and it really is looking good so far. On by Steen. Smiley and Wilson doing battle there. Referee Martin says that's a free kick. Grimes, challenged by Tate. Poor ball, and Gilks has a chance to run here at the Luton defence. Tate's arriving. Well defended, Danny Wilson. Grimes, long ball for Mark Steen. Harford goes on the run. Allinson. Breaker, under pressure from Smiley. Good hassling that by Reading. And indeed, they may get a corner out of it. Did it go? Steen. Hicks in well. Richardson. Wilson. Tackles flying in from the Reading players. Flick by Steen. Offside again. Still Luton 0, Reading 0, remember. 11 minutes gone. Hicks with the free kick. Donaghy up well. Away by McDonough. Bailey will send it back. Harford works well. Steen. Hicks a bit late there, free kick. And once again, perhaps Foster may come forward for this. Reading containing the Steen brothers well, though. That was a fear in the camp beforehand. In fact, the Steens move around so much. They're always a threat. And it's with Brian Steen now. Good crossing, and it's Luton's first corner. A corner apiece then in these opening 12 minutes. Ian Allenson will take the kick, the ex-Arsenal and Stoke player. It's headed to Mark Steen. Harford's there, it's a goal! Reading have fallen behind. 13 minutes on the clock, it's Luton 1, Reading 0. Reading will be sick with themselves because the marking at that far post was really all over the place. Allison's corner fell to Mark Steen. Mark Steen knocked it down, and there was Harford diving forward, and Steve Francis no chance. Questions really be asked as this ball comes across, and Steve Francis will want to know why the challenge wasn't made, and that's really not the kind of start Reading wanted after a confident opening, and now they've got it all to do. Luton 1, Reading 0. And they may be outnumbered, but the Luton fans have really woken up now. Foster hoofs that clear to Harford. In for Steen. Francis taking no chances. And Tate does well against Donaghy. But Breaker it is who can feed the ball out. Steen working well to Allenson. Mark Steen. Grimes first time. Reading defence well out again. Reading have just got to keep their composure now. They've gone a goal down, but they're playing well enough. Don't panic, that's got to be the message. Tate gets the touch on that one before Foster. Bailey clears to Tate and Foster again. It's Donaghy, in fact. Donaghy getting the better of the Reading man. Grimes plays it forward. Harford and Hicks are up. Steen. Wilson on the right. Harford. Breaker and Bevan tangling. And Bevan comes away with it. Looks for Gilks. Gilks is away. He's got Donaghy in support. Tate's making a great run into the box. Tate's there. And what an effort. Seeley got there. A good save by Seeley. A lovely move by Reading. Michael Gilks down the left, and Luton aren't out of the woods yet. What can Neil Smiley do with it? Good drive, but never really going to trouble Seeley. But that was a lovely move down the left flank. Jukes outpaced Tim Breaker, ball into the box, and Seeley did well to deny the on-rushing Tate. Hope for Reading then. 16 minutes gone. Remember, it's Luton 1, Reading 0. But that was certainly Reading's best chance of the game so far. Breaker plays it forward. Jones clears. Steen. Wilson. Bevan working well in that midfield slot. Breaker by Smiley. More danger perhaps for Reading here. The ball into the box could cause a few problems. Same towards Harford. Hicks up well. Taylor can clear, but no, it's back, and Harford's in behind the defence. McDonough in support. McDonough to Steen, down to his brother Brian. Richardson finds Smiley. Smiley cuts inside. Good vision from Smiley, finds Jones. Forward for Les Taylor, making a good run forward there. And Donaghy hits it high and mighty into the stand. Jones with the throw. Lack of movement really for Reading there. Luton not too much difficulty clearing, but Hicks plays it back in. So does Taylor. Bit of head tennis from the two of them, and it's McDonough challenging Taylor and comes out for Allinson. Wilson. Good ball brought down by Harford. Can he put Mark Bryanstein in? Hicks is there. Coolly done by the big man. Reading looking most assured, despite the fact they're that goal down. Remember, Mick Harford scored it, 13 minutes on the clock. The only real time Reading have been put under any pressure in the box. Foster clears the danger there. Only as far as Taylor. Too far out, really. Grimes. Donaghy. Luton trying to build from the back, which is what they do so well on their plastic pitch at Kenilworth Road. Foster. Brilliantly brought down by Hicks. Smiley has it. Jukes is going on a run, and Smiley has a tremendous ball from Neil Smiley. Michael Jukes on the edge of the box. Chip! It's there! Reading have equalised. 20 minutes on the clock. Luton 1, Reading 1. Tremendous finish by Michael Jukes. He promised the fans a goal yesterday, and he's sure enough come up trumps. Lovely bit of play by skipper Hicks. And the ball from Neil Smiley really ripped the Luton defence apart. Look at that. And Jukes did the rest. Now what can they do? They've got themselves back in the game. They now want to keep it tight. Make sure they don't give away any more sloppy goals. And certainly Jukes' pace is causing problems for that Luton rearguard. And I wonder what they all think of it. Jones is in. Reading really upping the pace, and it comes to Bailey. Bailey, good ball for Bevan. Donaghy closing the space down, but that will be a Reading throw. And the Royals really buzzing now. Jones comes over and he's got a long throw on him. Hicks is in there, Jokes is there. And it goes over all of them, and if somebody could have reacted then. Steen now, with Richardson close by. Finds McDonough. McDonough's got time there. And Luton really wasted in the end, and it's Smiley who's able to clear. And just listen to that support from the Reading fans. We could do with a bit of that at Elm Park. Richardson fouls Steen there. Breaker with the free kick. High towards Harford. Harford's elbows high as well. Tate and Foster under that. On by Wilson. Harford gets the flick. Hicks sends it back and Tate's on behind the defence. For one moment it looked as though that might drop for Mickey Tate. Grimes now for Luton. Curl quick as ever to cover the danger. Grimes finds Allenson. Allenson teasing Bailey. Right-footed, it's a good ball, flicked away to Wilson. Played forward from the back. There's a chance there, but well in. Back to Francis. Donaghy with the head. Taylor out to Jones. Grimes collects that. Looking for Mark Steen. Wilson. Smiley working well there in that left wing position. Neil Smiley really revels on this Wembley turf because he had one of his best ever games for Brighton when they eventually succumbed to Manchester United in an FA Cup replay by 4 goals to 0. Neil Smiley obviously a man for the big occasion. In truth though, all Reading's players have risen to the occasion so far. Suffered that early setback when they fell behind to the Mick Harford goal, but Michael Jukes has got them back in business. The ball's with Les Taylor. Jukes is behind the defence again. What can Jukes do this time? Breaker's there. Penalty! Is it a penalty? Yes! Referee John Martin. Reading have a chance to take the lead. Jukes' pace once again doing the damage. Suspicion that it may have been a fraction outside the box, but referee Martin had to make the decision in the spur of the moment, and he had no hesitation in pointing to the spot. And Stuart Bevan, he took these penalties against Gordon Banks as a 14-year-old in the schoolboy competition. What can he do now? 2-1. Perfect penalty. Les Seeley had no chance. 26 minutes gone, it's Luton 1, Reading 2. penalty from Stuart Bevan, right-footed high into the corner of the net. Seeley really didn't have a prayer with that. Jones now, and Jukes is in behind the defence again. Seeley's out of goal. What can Jukes do? Surely he must score. Open goal, and he slipped. Oh! But for the slip, I'm sure Reading would now be leading by 3 goals to 1. And Jukes really is tearing this Luton defence apart with his pace. He's been playing at fullback for most of the season, but when you see him play like this, then he really is dynamite. Steve Foster and Mal Donaghy must be wondering what's hit them at the back there, because he's just outpacing them every time, and at the moment, every time